Well, hello everyone, and welcome to today's Partner Spotlight. We have Gavin Morale here with us, and I'm super excited to interview him. I know this interview is going to be great. So, Gavin, welcome. Thank you for taking the time.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And sorry, everybody, we started a little bit late. We have a new studio that we created in the Smart Credit office. And as you can see, my background's a little bit different this time. So it took us a little bit to get it set up, but we're ready to go now. So, Gavin, let's get right into it. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got into the credit restoration industry?
Well, this story might sound a little bit Hallmark or a little bit generic, but this is literally how I started. I'm 30 years old of age right now, only been 30 for a month, and I believe when I was 24 years of age, I got a good paying job at the time, and I wanted a brand new car. At the time, I believe it was a Camaro or a Challenger or something like that. And I went to a few car lots, and I couldn't get it, and I didn't know why. I knew about credit somewhat. I believe at the time I had a 580, and the last guy told me if I would have had at least a 600, he could have got me the car. And I was wondering at the time, what do I need to do for myself to get 20 extra points to get this car? And then somebody else told me about credit repair, and I googled it. The first thing that pops up if anybody types in credit repair is Lexington Law. At the time, I just started a job. Their fees was not feasible for me, so I learned how to do it myself, and that's literally how I started.
Wow, that's awesome. So that led into you going to help other people. And so, what were some of the biggest initial challenges that you had as you started your business?
The big initial challenges was the every month follow up, because in the beginning I didn't know anything about that. I knew at least one or two rounds, and that was it. I didn't know about a second round month or a third round, fourth round, fifth round, sixth round, or potentially a year. So I didn't know that it was actually more letters to send out, even for myself when I started. I didn't learn that until later on down the line, and eventually, of course, I learned that, and every since then, it's been off to the races.
Wow, so when you started, you were working another job, right? And then you were doing this on the side initially?
Correct. Even when I was in between jobs, I was when I literally started credit repair. I started off doing it for free because, of course,
Wow.
I did myself for free. And then when I told my family about it, they're like, "There's no such thing as credit repair," and I'm like, "Yes, it is. I can literally do your credit." And I told them I wouldn't charge them, and I was successful doing that. Maybe about eight, nine, 10 of my family members did a couple of my friends, and now I have 10 to 15 people results that I can post online for at least the next 90 days and show people that I'm good at doing this.
So that's how you started. You got, let's say, 10 to 15 testimonials. And of course, you did the work for free. And then people started seeing that you were getting results for other people, and then we're asking you how you could do it for them.
Correct. And even when I started charging people, of course, after 15 people, you still don't know if it's real or not. I was literally only charging people pennies on a dollar to do their credit. I was probably in the red doing their credit because I was the one paying for their Experian accounts and their
Oh, wow.
identity IQ accounts out of my credit cards at the time, and I just knew that I wanted to help them as much as possible, just so I can eventually build myself up to get more results, and that's literally what happened.
Oh, wow. So when did you know that this was a real business and that you can stop doing something else and do this full time?
Well, to be honest, for a while, I didn't know if credit repair was a real business or not. I knew it was legal, but I didn't know the industry. If you Google the industry, credit repair, debt consolation, there's so many different names for it to where that the numbers are scattered out. But if you actually look up the numbers, I believe it's a $4.2 billion industry. And that's from the big $1 million companies all the way to small companies like myself. And we basically fighting over that pot, $4.3 billion a year. And
Wow.
I didn't get serious with it until I knew I was good enough to help anyone, but I wasn't making the money, right? I'm literally only what 2 3 years fresh in, and I get to scrolling through Instagram and seeing people that's doing what I'm doing full time as a business, and they're living a life. And I'm like, I know there's no way that they're not doing anything more or anything less than what I'm doing. Maybe this is something I need to take seriously.
So, how long did it take you before you went full time?
It I can say it took me longer than it was supposed to be honest. It took me a little bit longer than it was supposed to. It took me 3 years.
3 years, okay.
So if anybody ever sees this and it only takes them, if they already understand credit, understand finances, understand the banking approval, 6 months in, a year in, credit, or even if you do anything that's correlated to credit repair, this is a business that you need to take serious and take it serious today.
So, did you wait until your credit repair income replaced your full time job, or how did you do it?
For a long time, I think I was more in denial about the money I was making, or maybe a little bit naive to the money I was making, because I worked at my job for a long time. For a long time,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna be fully transparent. I had a job making 16 an hour, and I was living paycheck to paycheck. I was literally living paycheck to paycheck. I had a brand new son, and taking care of him and taking care of myself was literally all the money I had at the time. And I knew that I needed something to supplement my income at the time, and credit was the only thing I was knowledgeable about. I played basketball, and then it's credit. I also got my real estate license, so I basically was more knowledgeable at helping people get approved for homes. I sold cars before as a car salesman, so I know what it takes for people to get approved for a car. So credit repair was the only thing that was it was a no brainer for me. I just really need to have a process behind it.
Right. So when you went full time, so about 3 years in, you start taking it super serious and you go full time. What were the top two ways that you were getting new clients into your business?
Well, just like anybody, at this time when I go full time, 2 years then pass while I've already did my friends and family, right? Within that 2 years time, I'm already charging maybe $75, $100. It tops, no money after that to do other people credit. At a time, I stopped doing it because it was because I didn't have a process behind it. I was only sending out second round, third round letters, and that was it. And sometimes, in credit repair business, that's not enough. So it became overwhelming until I realized, wow, there's software that we can use to actually have a better
Yep.
process and to get this done. And I can have as many clients as I want.
Exactly. So how did you find us?
How do I find out about the software?
How did you find out about Smart Credit?
Oh, okay. So I remember when I first started. For some reason I've always been a Facebook guy, but then I started getting on Instagram a little bit more, and everybody that I seen that was basically showing people scores, 100-point increase, 200-point increase. I'm like, I've been doing that, but why are they using smart credit? And every clown they're using smart credit. I'm using Credit Karma. I'm using my FICO. I'm using so many other entities. Whoever that client have their credit profile with, that's where I'm pretty much getting their info from. And typing it in on my Microsoft Word to put it in a template to print it off and mail it off to the credit bureaus.
Oh, wow.
And I can't remember the company, of course, it was so long ago. I'm like, Smart Credit. And I Googled it. I believe I put in my submission for it. And of course, you guys are good at marketing. And I'm like, whoa, this is a big deal now. This is a
That's
big
awesome.
deal. Because not only am I good at what I do now, I can make money on the front end, and now I can make money on the back end, which ultimately, over time, not initially, it's not going to change your life overnight. And I'm pretty
Right.
sure even the money I make now, it hasn't changed my life too much, but I definitely don't have to go back and work that job for 16 an hour, right?
Right. So, how has smart credit helped change your business?
Well, I mean, like any other business, you have ups and you have downs. And by this being my first go round, having a successful business overall, I mean, you have slow months. And I'm gonna be the one that's gonna be a tech. You're gonna have some really good months, but you're gonna have slow months. You really are. Um, I've been, like I said, I've been doing it for 5 years, and I don't know about anybody else. I've even asked other guys that makes way more money than me. This past November, December, those holiday months when you're not getting as many clients because everybody want to spend money on their family, they're trying to save money for the next year or whatever they're trying to do. Those are slow months. So when it comes to smart credit and the residual income that we get from you guys, and not only that, of course, the features are very awesome. I try to make sure that I'm always the back end sale of identity protection and how they can navigate their finances and stuff like that. But I mean, as a business owner, and I'm all about profit. I'm not a nonprofit. That residual income has definitely helped me within those 3 to 4 months.
Yeah, it's definitely important to explain to your clients that even after the credit repair process is done, this is something that they still need to keep for that protection to manage their finances, for the money manager.
Yes, that's my biggest thing. Um, Now that I've got you to a 650, 700 credit score, uh, the same way that you have life insurance, car insurance, um, you don't have any other thing that's protecting your identity, right?
Right.
Smart credit is going to protect you from anybody being able to steal your information, or at least if they do so, how you'll be able to know instantly. So even after the process is over, I tell them at least be able to keep it for six
Right.
months to a year. Please do.
And it's a minimal investment on their part, and then for you, it grows over time. Like you said, it's not an overnight thing, but that's additional income that could be your mortgage, your car payment, so many things.
I mean, for me, it's literally my car payment, and I don't have a mortgage right now, but it's literally my car payment and my rent. So even me, I lease my car. Like I'm finding ways through having good credit to where I can literally leverage my credit and turn it into cash to where this business has taught me so many different strategies to where I'm able to teach my clients as well. Because of course you can help them increase their scores, but they don't know what I know. So my job is to also to educate them as well and tell them, hey, maybe you don't want to get into credit repair, but if you get your credit scores to the certain score and you have a savings account, maybe you can dib and dab into some of these things that I'm doing and make good money from it, right?
Right. So, Gavin, what are some of your goals for 2021 in your business?
Um, 2021. I really have big plans, but I struggle with that, and I'm not going to even lie.
What do you mean by that?
Because I have way more leads than I can handle, and it's literally only just me.
Oh, wow. That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, that's a big problem, as you know.
A good problem, though.
Yeah, it's a good problem because I know it's literally people waiting by my doorstep for me to service them. But I've tried the assistants and I've tried hiring people, but my business is my baby, and I really care about having a good sound business, and I care about servicing people so much that I want to help everybody. So if I can stay up for 40 hours straight and I have an assistant that responds to me 5 hours later, that's a problem. So it's literally only been me for the last 9 months, 11 months. I mean, it's been good, but it's just that I know that um, I can grow this to a really big corporation, and I'm taking baby steps with it, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense. You want to crawl before you walk, right?
Well, what
So
I feel
you
like
want to.
I feel like I've been crawling for a long time, and I can literally take it up any given month. But if I can make X amount of dollars this month, I'm satisfied with that. I feel like my job is more to educate, and I got so many free services that people enroll in to where I've got numerous of free services. I'm about to drop an ebook that's literally going to be no more than $10. I got a course that's free that people charge crazy amounts of money for. So my job is literally to educate these people about credit, because if they knew about credit, they wouldn't be so bent up about making uh, being an overnight millionaire, right? Because they know that once they get their credit right and learn about financial literacy, that being rich is definitely an option.
So are you using this content that you're putting together, like the course and then the ebook? That's how people find out about you, and then that's how they become your clients.
Of course, I
Yeah.
lure them in. I lure them in. It's always you got to put the what's the saying? You got to put the something in the candy.
Oh, I don't know this one.
You definitely got to put something in it, right? So I don't hold back on the information at all. I literally give them every step by step, probably more than I should. People that's in my same industry, and they tell me if you go to any one of my social media platforms, I can definitely sell it. I have before. Sometimes I remember one month I put it up for 500 a month and it still sold, and then I took it back for free. That's maybe because only in that one month only 5 people bought it. Once I put it back free, maybe 60 people enrolled in it for free. My job is to help as many families as possible. But within that course, after every chapter, I got a booking link. or down close or up close, right? Or
Right.
make a review. That's what's potentially going to grow my business even more, right?
Right, you definitely have the right mindset there, because this is something that we've seen a lot with a lot of the partners that I've interviewed, is that they put out a piece of content, and that's how you get people in the door. I mean, and like you said, you don't hold back. It's like, this is the process, this is exactly what I'm going to do for you, and that puts you as expert status in their eyes, and then they look at all the stuff they got to do and how much time it takes, and they're just like, no, forget that. Can you do it for me? Because it's time consuming.
That's literally how it goes.
Yeah,
It took me a while to actually go over the numbers between how many clients I get from social media or referrals or the course. But I know that course is maybe 30, 40%, which is a good amount.
that's great.
And I got over 400 plus people in that course. So yeah, they probably enrolled in the course last September, and now February rolls around. They realize, okay, I know about credit. Now I'm happy I know about credit, but I'm a nurse or I'm a trucker. I don't have time to literally do all this stuff. Like, it's too tedious for me.
Exactly.
He's a professional. Let me hire him to handle my credit.
Exactly. And that's something that, I really want the people watching to keep in mind and really take in, because you definitely have to put yourself out there. You got to use the social media, and you have to elevate yourself as an expert. Give as much content as you can, and people will respect you for it and look up to you for it. And when they're ready for you, if they keep seeing you, if they keep seeing you posting results and seeing you post advice, when they're ready, they're going to come.
Yeah, if you go to my page now, I post results every now and then, but I literally got to the point where I don't have to post results anymore. One thing I learned about social media, and that I'm not going to lie, that has got me a lot of clients, where I literally show them step by step where they was in February, March, April, May, and June, which is over the course of the months, and they can see their scores drop. I mean, go up and go back down, and then their scores shoot back up again. But one thing I learned about this industry, and it's kind of a good and a bad. In the beginning, you gotta know what you're doing. Don't take any money. Don't take anybody money until you know what you're doing. And then once you get to that point, how do I market myself and show people that I am good at what I do? So that's where the knowledge comes in. So however long it takes for you to get to the point where you know what you're doing, to the knowledge point, because credit, they can literally teach this in a semester in college. I mean, it's literally a lot to know. So that can be a year, that can be 2 years. I know it didn't take me 3 years to learn about credit, but it took me 3 years to learn the business overall. Well, that's one thing I can say, that I'm glad that it took me 3 years to take it serious, because even when I started, it was things about credit building products I didn't know about, or um, how to add different credit trade lines to people, or how to even approach a realtor and tell her that I add value to you, or approach a car salesman and tell them how I add value to you, right?
Right.
But after you get over the education part, you will see yourself. You will see yourself, and I'm pretty sure that any credit repair person that get to a point, they plateau, right? So you might still get referrals every month. You still might post every other day and get, maybe, I say, off of social media. If you're not running ads, because I barely run ads, you might get 5 people a month off both, which whatever you charge, just calculate that amount. But then people want to know, okay, do you have good credit? You're a business owner. You've been doing this for so long. How come you're not successful? That's the part they want to see. And I think that's a gift and a curse when it comes to this business. And I think since I've been doing that, that's what helped my business propel even more, because now they see that it's very real now.
Gavin, when you brought up the point of training and then learning how to speak and sharing your value to like realtors and people that could be referral partners, um, it just reminded me that we're actually starting new training sessions here at Smart Credit. So, as a lot of you know that are watching, if you've been getting our emails, this month we launched a program which is called Co-Brand Plus. And so it has a lot of additional benefits. Some of the biggest ones is you can offer dollar trials with it. You get 5% higher commissions, but also you get exclusive training sessions that are about every 2 weeks. So the first one is going to be this coming Friday at 2 p.m. It's only for Co-Brand Plus members, and we're going to be going over the ins and outs of Smart Credit. We're also going to have FCRA trainings led by Steve Rieger, who has over 26 years of credit experience. I believe there's 4 classes on that over the next 2 months. I'm going to be doing a class on how to generate leads using LinkedIn and how to get referral partners like realtors, mortgage brokers, those kinds of people to connect with you, and the process that I used for over 8 years very successfully to get these people on the phone and work with you. So we've got a lot of great trainings coming up. So the month is almost over, and it is a special that we're having this month to join Co-Brand Plus because it's the launch month. So if you guys want to be a part of those, make sure you talk to your representatives and get signed up.
Yep. And I think that's definitely a good benefit for everybody that get into co-brand. I don't know what partnership I have with you guys, but with the highest level, that's what I need to be in at this point. Um, and of course, I know about the FCRA laws by now. I think anybody that get into credit repair business, that's the first thing that you need to study, because that's
Yeah.
what's going to help you with the business is knowing the FCRA laws.
For sure. So, Gavin, we're getting almost to the top of the hour. Is there anything that I didn't ask you that you would like to share with our partners?
um, with partners,
Any advice or any tips or
I do have advice for anybody that thought about getting into this business. Anybody that's skeptical about getting this business. This business will give you every type of emotion that you think you could possibly have. But one thing I can say that is definitely worth it. So you gotta think about anything in life that you feel is worth it, whether it's love, how you want to see your life. Nothing's come easy. So if you want something in life that's going to give you self-esteem, um, this is the business that you definitely want to get into. It's very fulfilling, not only for you, but for your clients as well. Um, I mean, if you one of them people that think that, man, I want to do it, but I don't know if I have time for it. The more you make time for this business, the more you get out of it. But you got to make sure
exactly?
that you got to make sure that you educate yourself so you can educate your clients. And I guarantee you, whatever you put into it, you will get out of it.
So, Gavin, we have a question from the audience, and they want to know how you do your advertising. Like, are you running advertising to the ebook and the course? How does that work?
No, so and this took me at first when I started running ads, I didn't know how. I literally made a professional business page for my personal page and my Instagram, put a certain demographic in, and spent some money and lost it. What I
I think
did
a lot of people
was,
can connect with that.
yeah. So as you can see, you might be on Instagram on your personal Instagram, and there's so many people that can help you. They can tell you how to run ads on Facebook or Instagram. Basically, what you want to do is spend the least amount of money on Instagram or Facebook, but you still want to cast a big enough net. But you also want to have a sign up, a free sign up, or give them a free service. That's why I made my course free. So when I tell people that I have a free course, of course they're going to enroll into the free course. And now I have their email, and now I have potentially their phone number if they put into it. But I always make that stuff optional. I make the email priority. So now they're getting emails through my click funnels. If you don't have click funnels, get click funnels. I mean, all this is additional money, but you'll make money. You'll make money on the back end.
how how are people finding your course?
Um, I literally don't know at this point. I'll try with my analytics, but my page, like literally my Instagram, my Facebook page.
It's your Instagram. Okay, so Facebook and Instagram, and is it personal pages?
Yeah, my personal page, my business page too. My business page on Facebook got like 1,600. My Facebook, my Instagram page got 9,000, and my Facebook page got about 4,500 and like maybe 1,300 followers. I mean, I'm one of the people just always post. I tell people I'm on social media, but I'm not, because I use my social media for a purpose. I'm not on there to laugh and play. I'm literally on there to educate and make money.
How did you get so many followers? Was it from the ads or was it organic?
Yeah, it was definitely organic. It didn't come from my my Instagram came from running ads. My
Okay.
Instagram, my Facebook, I've had so many Facebook pages that I've always, it's literally, I don't know, I just upload my face and I just, unfortunately, I just get a lot of followers on Facebook. But my Instagram came from just it's a one the last thing that I said that was going to make you successful in this business is your lifestyle. So people is more engaged, the engagement. So of course they might see me post a picture at a restaurant. Wow, how can he afford a $200 meal? What do he do? So now they go to my profile page. Oh, he do this. Oh, let me go to his website. Wow, he helped this many people? He must be good. Okay, maybe they don't sign up then, but now I'm study posting and posting and posting and posting. It's not about the initial sign up, it's about the follow up. And if they
And
do and if they do sign up and don't start 6 months down the line, who's to say that they won't? I got clients that didn't start me for a year and a half later.
that's true. That's why you gotta stay top of mind, always posting, sending emails. When you first started the pages, did you go out and actively connect with a lot of people to grow them initially?
So of course on your personal pages, you don't want to bore people out with what you do. I don't care what it is. If you're a car salesman, if you're a dog groomer, if you do carpentry, people don't want to see you do what you do all the time. They want to see, are you a real person? They want to see, are you a real person? So sometimes I might upload a neat picture with me and my son, and that get a lot of engagement. Or I might upload a picture with me and my old lady. That gets a lot of engagement. One thing about social media that I learned is that when people get on social media, they're engulfed in whatever they're in. Even me, I might go to Kim Kardashian page and see she tagged Kanye West, and now I'm on Kanye West page and see that he came out with some new Yeezys. People are the same way with your personal pages. So now they're going to your page and they realize what you do. And if you don't have a link and you're not explaining in your bio, then you're just another consumer just like them and you don't have anything to sell them. Maybe they just enrolled on purpose. But if you're good at following up, eventually they will be they will be engaged long enough to see that you're good at what you do, and they never would have enrolled if they never needed the help. So I always tell people, I make jokes 6 months down the line because sometimes I remember names that stick out very good when it comes through, and I'll be like, man, I've been blasting them with emails because this person commented on my Instagram. They didn't get a free service. Like what? They didn't do it. A lot of people that don't get the free service, they still pay me for services 6 months, 9 months down the line. But you got to be consistent and you got to be good at what you do because within that time frame, it can be a whole storm if you just not good at what you do. So my job is just being consistent, adding value, and add a little flavor and twist to it. Mine has just always been my lifestyle. I think even with that, it's still pros and cons to that, but I'm willing to deal with it more than anybody do because I mean it's my bread and butter.
Thank you. So, Maria, do we have any more questions from the audience?
Not yet.
Okay, perfect. Well, we are a little bit over. We usually end these at 5:30, so it's 5:35. So, Gavin, I just want to thank you again for giving us your time and sharing with us your story, how you've had success, what you've done. And we'll be back next month at the last Tuesday of the month, same time. And don't forget, Co-Brand Plus, the special ends on the 30th. So if you guys want to be a part of these trainings and all the benefits that I just mentioned, make sure to talk to your representative. Thanks, guys, and see you next month.
All right, see you later, man.
Bye.